Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is Lori and I'm so glad you're here with me today on our channel. In 2009, I discovered that I am a Okinawan Yuta High Priestess. If you're not familiar, a Yuta is a spiritual practitioner or a shamanic healer from Okinawa, Japan. Yutas have historically served as healers, diviners, practitioners, and spiritual protectors for their communities. They work closely with ancestral spirits, the natural world, divine energies, often through trances, rituals, and intuitive communication. Unlike mainstream Japanese Shinto priests, Yutas are often women, and their spiritual gifts are often passed down to their family lineage or a divine calling. Many are chosen, not trained. And this is my story of how that discovery unfolded. This is part 2 of the story. If you haven't seen part 1, you can watch it here. To recap, in 2009, I discovered my grandmother's high priestess lineage. I also discovered that there was one person who was chosen each generation to carry on this lineage. And I discovered that in this generation, it was me. I was led to Okinawa by following my dreams, listening to my intuition, and following the clues. I talk about following the clues a lot because this is really how I've expanded my life. I point it out because I would love for you to discover this ability for yourself. It will change your life and lead you to amazing experiences. I took a trip to Okinawa, not knowing why, and I discovered this amazing ancestral gift. The high priestess of my grandma's old village performed a ceremony at her ancestral mountainside crypt. After the ceremony was completed, we celebrated by enjoying a special platter of ceremonial foods. At the first meeting with my high priestess sensei, she said this ceremony is normally done and completed in Okinawa. But because I had so much Hawaiian energy because I was born and raised there, that the ceremony had to be completed in Hawaii to invite the Hawaiian energy into the ceremony. We were already planning a trip to Hawaii in a few months for a family reunion, so she agreed that that would work and she would meet us in Hawaii to complete the ceremony. We arrived in Hawaii a few days before our guests, High Priestess Sensei and my great niece from Okinawa. We rented a vacation condo in the old Ilikai Hotel. In the years since I've lived there, they've condoized the units and made them into like a condotel. It was built in the 1960s and it has a great location in walking distance to Waikiki and Ala Moana. So, for all of us, it was great. I remember going by this hotel when I was younger, many times going to the beach or the zoo or meeting friends at the park. And it's kind of a staple in Waikiki. Our guest of honor arrived and we were so excited to stay all together in this condo. It was the first time my husband met High Priestess Sensei. They became fast friends talking about life and family through broken words, sign language, and interpretation. For me, the High Priestess learning began through passing stories and conversation. I had so many questions and I was looking forward to getting the answers. The first order of business was to complete the ceremony. The next day, we headed to my grandmother's family crypt in Hawaii at the Hawaii Memorial Cemetery. High Priestess Sensei performed a similar ceremony like she did in Okinawa, with a special edition welcoming and respecting my Hawaiian energy and connection. It was the most amazing energy or mana that I have experienced. We were all so happy the ceremony was completed and we could celebrate. In the next few days, our guests accompanied us to our family reunion, to a tour around the island, meals with family, and a beach luau. Even at this time though, I didn't tell anyone why they were visiting with us and about the ceremony we just completed. On the third day, High Priestess Sensei became very ill after the Around the Island tour. During the tour, we went to the Pali Lookout. The lookout is where the warriors marched to look for potential attackers. There were many battles fought there, and many of the warriors died. To this day, there is the legend of the night marchers, ghosts that still patrol the area. High Priestess Sensei did not know of this history, but immediately when we got there, she did not feel well, and she didn't even get out of the bus. The next day, she stated she needed to go home as soon as possible. She said the energies in Hawaii were too strong and they were coming to her to communicate and they were making her ill. We immediately changed her flight, and she and my grandniece flew back to Okinawa the very next day. Before she left, I asked her, how do I continue my learning? Do I call you on the phone? Do you do email? And she actually laughed at me. And I was serious, right? I was like, hey. So she just said, don't worry, don't worry. So I was worried, but I said, okay. And lo and behold, there she pops into my head telepathically. So then I knew how we would continue our learning. The rest of our vacation was spent having fun with family and friends and building memories for our family. The day before we left, we had lunch with a friend who said she was bringing an additional friend who really wanted to meet me. Her friend was a Huna Kupuna. She came from a lineage of Hawaiian kahuna healers. She and I had a discussion and she agreed to teach me. And to this day, we still have lessons every month. It is so true that when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. I was telling my new teacher about the situation and how the energies were coming to her and how she had to leave early. And she thought that was so beautiful and respectful. She said High Priestess Sensei is so powerful that she could have blocked those energies coming to her and prevent herself from getting sick. She didn't want to block the energy because then it would deflect and the energy would go somewhere where it wasn't intended. She didn't want this energy redirected to any place or person that it wasn't intended. So instead of doing that, she just left and took herself out of the situation. And she thought that was so beautiful and respectful. She simply took herself out of the situation so as not to disturb the energy flow around her and the energy of the islands. I still receive lessons and messages from High Priestess Sensei through telepathic communication. For the last 15 plus years, I've learned and shared and experienced the power of words, thoughts, and intentions. In our conversations, whenever I get into a do mode, High Priestess Sensei reminds me that I don't have to do anything. I just need to be and go where the spirit moves me. I kept telling her I would do whatever I needed as long as I knew what it was I needed to do. And she said it was like I was at the base of the staircase and that I wanted to know why and how I would climb it. And I wanted to know what was waiting for me at the top of the staircase. But she told me if she told me any of that, it would change. The staircase would change and it would no longer be there. So after years of ruminating on this and understanding and feeling the intuition and learning the lessons, I understand it. So I would like to share it with you so that you know, because we're all on our own journey, right? So you have your own staircase, and maybe I'm a step in it. I'm not sure, but just be gentle with yourself and know that just by continuing to follow the clues and follow your intuition, that you are making progress toward your landing, right, to the top of your staircase. About a year ago, my youngest son encouraged me to start this YouTube channel, for legacy reasons and just to share the lessons. He convinced me it was time. He said exactly what my higher self has been encouraging me to do for a while: to find a platform to share my spirituality, teach positivity and energy work, and to teach about vibration, and really to have fun playing with it and sharing it with others. Basically, sharing what the world needs now: love, humility, transparency, connectedness, and space for sacred energy. I agree, and I believe that this is the next step. Now that I'm comfortable with my High Priestess legacy, I'm really excited to share and connect. Please join our community by subscribing. I look forward so much to sharing my messages, energy work, and channeling. I welcome you to be part of this discovery and part of this journey. I really feel that it's not an accident that you found this video and that we're connecting. I think our journeys are often connected with others that we randomly fall upon and come to with clues, right? So if you're here, thank you. If you've watched to the end of the video, I welcome you into our community, and I'm so excited. Alrighty, mahalo.